Tennessee marble may be the state's best-known natural resource. Its timeless elegance adorns famous buildings in America. Its toughness absorbs centuries of footfalls. Geologically, Tennessee marble is not true marble, but a crystalline limestone.
One of the qualities of the Tennessee marble that made it so appealing to architects is that it is so hard, and the hardness makes it really valuable for interior use, for stairs, for flooring of railway terminals.
Dr. Susan Knowles documented Knoxville's marble history in pursuit of a nomination to the National Register of Historic Places. National Register, which is not something you typically think about in an industrial site.
Well, right. We had to make the case.
The Ross Quarry and Meade Quarry and their subsequent inclusion in the National Register represent the Knoxville marble industry that boomed during the late 1800s, a pivotal era of American growth. Yet nearly a century earlier, Ramsey House on Thorngrove Pike in East Knox County was built in 1797 with marble quarried nearby. Designed by London-trained architect Thomas Pope, it's one of the earliest known Tennessee marble structures. East Tennessee marble first attracted national attention in 1848, when two massive blocks from the region were shipped to Washington, D.C. to represent the state in the Washington Monument. Later, dependable railroad service, beginning in 1855, propelled marble quarrying toward becoming a major local industry. Knox County began to emerge as the region's primary marble production center. Early marble transportation is depicted in Knoxville artist Lloyd Branson's painting, Hauling Marble, also known as the Toilers. The Custom House, Knoxville's first federal building, completed in 1874, used locally quarried marble. The substantial marble edifice sparked interest in using Tennessee marble in future federal projects.
When they came looking for the marble for the National Gallery of Art, they wanted to get it out of this.
From the grandeur of the National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C., where its warm tones clad the exterior of both the West and East buildings, to the bustling concourse of New York City's Grand Central Terminal, Knoxville marble added elements of elegance, permanence, and durability. Even the solemn interior of the Lincoln Memorial features this distinctive stone, a testament to its enduring appeal. The New York Public Library's famous stone lions, Patience and Fortitude, are carved from Knoxville area marble. A 1924 Tennessee Division of Geology bulletin shows the large number of quarries that had been mapped by geologist Charles Gordon in the area named the Holston Marble Formation. For decades, from the 1870s through the 1920s, Knoxville was at the heart of this national story. The Knoxville marble industry employed hundreds of skilled laborers, from the rugged quarrymen who blasted and hewed the stone to the meticulous artisans who shaped and polished it. The marble business made an indelible mark on the city's identity, with the name the Marble City echoed in place and business names. The legacy of the marble era can still be seen in some of Knoxville's historic buildings, proudly displaying the very stone that traveled across the nation. The Knoxville Post Office and Courthouse on Main Street, the Arcade Building on Gay Street. More recent structures featuring marble include the three-story East Tennessee History Center, completed in 2004, that almost seamlessly adjoins the original Custom House. The Knoxville Museum of Art, completed in 1990, is also clad in the distinctive Tennessee pink marble. In South Knoxville, the Candora Marble Building still stands in the heart of Vestal. Its historic showroom, restored by the Aslan Foundation in 2021, was designed to highlight the different marble varieties produced by the company. The building's exterior ornamentation showcases the craftsmanship of Italian-born Albert Milani, a master stonecutter who arrived in Knoxville in the early 1900s, working here for the rest of his long life. Downtown, the impressive eagle statues perched atop the Knoxville Post Office and Courthouse on Main Street are perhaps the finest examples of Milani's talent. And one of Milani's most unusual commissions, a memorial to Knoxville-born race car driver Pete Criss, can be found near Forks of the River at Asbury Cemetery. The memorial, entitled The Last Lap, features a stylized relief carving of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway course, including where his car left the track during a practice lap in 1934. Today, remnants of Knoxville's marble industry are part of Imes Nature Center within the urban wilderness.
How did they build this thing?
Yeah, well, I mean, the first thing to know is these are scrap pieces that they managed to put together. Here's a great big one that they knew was going to be stable enough to hold this. I mean, it's incredible weight.
Yeah.
And the idea of being able to mount your equipment up there is one thing, but then for the workers to get to the other side without having to go up.
Susan Knowles paired the visible history of the quarry with the archives at the National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C., designed by John Russell Pope to show the Meade and Ross properties were deserving of national recognition.
You found some unusual evidence about exactly where some of the marble from that famous building came from.
Yeah, in that archive, there is a 1939 handwritten report from Malcolm Rice, who was the architect who was brought down here by John Russell Pope's firm to look for the Tennessee marble. But one of the things in Malcolm Rice's 1939 report is that they got the two big single-piece lintels, horizontal support beams, out of this quarry right here. And he says, we pulled those 22-foot-long beams out of this quarry, and he said right at where the underground river comes out, and that's where we're standing, right here.
This is an underground river right up below where we are.
Thanks to Susan Knowles' dedicated research and precise documentation, Knoxville's monumental role in the architectural history of both our nation and our city has come to light. Her work directly led to the national recognition of the Meade and Ross quarries, solidifying Knoxville's claim as the Marble City.
But you have to do that. You have to be meticulous in your documentation to prove that it's worthy. I mean, some of these things, it's almost gone now. It's hard to see it.
Yeah.
Unless you can have some ways to train your eyes to look.